And we are back. Couch Company Podcast. I'm John. With me as always, Tyler.
Hello.
We're back.
We're back.
You know what else is back?
Ooh. It's not up there on the list.
Battlefield's back.
Battlefield is back.
It's back.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
It's a
I mean,
thing.
we knew it was going to be good, I think, because there was so much. When a game has like open betas and is showing so much about it, like they're not hiding anything really.
Uh-huh.
I think you know what you're going to get, more or less.
That's a very positive spin. For me, I would say, when your back's against the wall and every franchise you ever had is just falling into shambles, there's a lot riding on this one.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's going to be good.
No, I know. I just think that they're incentivized to, hey, maybe do everything right with this one versus like be greedy.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, Ubisoft had to do that with Assassin's Creed though, and that was like mixed.
Yeah, that's fair. Well,
I think it sold well though.
But so I hear you. What was the one that came out before Shadows?
I have no idea.
It was like the kind of like small spin-off one. It starts with an M, I think.
Mirage?
Yes. So Mirage was actually...
that like a return to form? Was that the...
It was returned to
classic?
like the OG ones.
Yeah.
And that was actually lauded. So I could see the comparison with that. Shadow, maybe not so much, but it's another conversation.
Yeah, I mean, I think they did return to form in a lot of aspects, but it is kind of different than, OG Battlefield. There's still some differences. It's modernized. But I think overall they've captured the spirit of what makes that franchise great, largely.
I would agree. I think, in all honesty, I think a lot of the shooting actually feels better than in previous Battlefields.
Yeah, the shooting feels very good. I do think the shooting's a little more Call of Duty-esque, though.
Well, the director from Call of Duty is making this game, so that would make sense.
Yeah, like I have really been enjoying sniping.
Yeah.
And the sniping is not your typical Battlefield sniping.
No.
So, which is like, is that a good or bad thing? I don't know, because I typically don't snipe in Battlefield. Historically, it's been very hard.
Yeah.
And it's just like a big skill gap. I'm not going to say it's not rewarding. I'm sure, it does feel great when you master it. But this was very much more... I don't know if I just gravitated more towards it or if it's just overall easier. I think it is overall easier, and it feels great. And the headshot is great.
Yeah.
Or the hit marker. Dude, it just feels good.
Are you still using the first rifle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think I unlocked the second one. The unlocks are so slow.
That's probably the one criticism I can think of off the top of my head is like it's very... they make you feel good at the end of every match of like, look at all the stuff you're online, like all the little pings and dings and everything. And then you like get back into your like class loadout and it's like, what the heck did I actually do?
Yeah.
Like it's like everything's still locked. And it's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna keep playing Battlefield. I don't know. Like I know we were talking with our friends about like how the unlocks and the progression is kind of like, that's what they like. And that's what they're in there for, and they're gonna unlock all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
For me, it's like just give me my one weapon. Like the weapons don't actually matter to me. Like they do. I get it. Like especially if you're sniping and things like that. But like for me, it's like okay, I found an SMG that like I think it's like the second SMG you get. It's fine. It's a good gun. I put some attachments on it and whatever, and then it's like. I'm not going to think about my gun. I'm thinking about like the strategy and the tactics and moving as a unit and stuff like that. Because it's like the time to kill is fairly short in this game.
Yeah.
So like it's not like you have a lot of time to, I don't know, consider all your choices and things like that. It's more of just like if you make the right tactical decisions, that's what matters, and that's where I have the fun, I guess. But
yeah, I agree. Especially when it comes to Battlefield, I am very much more of the gameplay like you, right? I find my gun. So like Battlefield 3, for example, I used like the M416 pretty much exclusively.
Sure.
I love that gun and it worked really well. And I played Medic and that's all I did pretty much. I mean, I would swap it up every once in a while, but I agree. I think my focus is more on the overall aspect of how to play the game, the strategies per map, winning, helping my team rather than, really swapping guns and things like that. To me, that's always been more Call of Duty, where you have your different loadouts and, different guns for how you're feeling or whatever. Cause I don't think you get that overall strategic, gameplay with Call of Duty. It's more just like, kill the enemy team more or less. So
I like it took me a while, but I think even like the last night that we played it, I feel like I finally locked in on understanding my capabilities and shortcomings in terms of like my class, right? So I can look just out into a battlefield and immediately know like, okay, unbraced. So like, you like put your gun against a wall or something and whatever. Like I know if I see somebody like at, I'm making this up, like 90 meters, don't even bother shooting, like go around them,
right,
hide from that, do whatever. Because it's like, you're not, like 9 times out of 10, unless they're an engineer, like you're not going to win that fight. And that was the thing I had to break when we first started playing, where I'm like, I'm just picking fights with anyone. I see someone, I'm just going to start like shooting. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I might hit a couple shots, but at that distance, at that gun, it's like, I'm not getting that kill. And now it's a lot more like even if like there were a couple times when like you went down and he's like, okay, hey, they're around me or whatever. Instead of like going and trying to kill them to get you up, it's like, okay, cool. Like I'll sit here for like 5 seconds, let them move on, and then I get you up and stuff. And it's like, it's a little bit more, again, tactical, strategic, different things. Like it's not just run and gun. And I mean, there's plenty of that. It's basically Call of Duty game, but like it's, I do like the fact of like, okay, if we're going in and you're like sniping and you're like, okay, I'll have Overwatch, I can do this, or I know Kyle's going to be like a medic or, whatever. It just feels like really good. Like I feel like we're really well balanced, which is nice. Where Call of Duty, it's just like, who we're just racing to get the most kills at that point.
Yeah, exactly. And that's not inherently bad. I mean, there's been a lot of great Call of Duties that have done that. Right, like COD 4 was like that, and that's probably the best Call of Duty of all time, one of the best games of all time. So that formula can work. But yeah, no, I think I said this previously. I've always gravitated towards Battlefield more, just because I like that team aspect. I like being able to contribute and being able to be like on the top of a leaderboard and just like you have a negative KD, right? Because you're doing so many different things to assist your team in other ways, whether it's capping points, reviving people, supplying them, vehicle support. One of the most fun things that I've found in this game, and another reason I really like the recon class, is sniping feels great, but I can also really support you guys with, I unlocked a drone that I can fly around, and it is unbelievably broken, I think, actually, because the counterplay to it is you shoot it out of the sky, but nobody seems to like ever notice drones in the air.
I sure didn't until you were like, hey, enemy drone in the air. And I'm like, shoot it down. And it's like, okay, it's gone and stuff. And like, dude,
it is so fun. You feel like you're like the AC-130 gunner in Call of Duty, except you're only spotting, but I don't know. You feel like you're like a UAV, right? You're like a kill streak for your team, but you're the UAV guy.
Yeah.
It is so busted though. It is incredibly easy to mark people. You can just mark, like, you can get above them, mark the whole enemy layout. It's thermal, so it's just super easy to see everyone. It's very distinct. I really like that because it's like, it feels to me like in previous games for recon wasn't always easy to assist your team. It felt like that was more of your, you're just trying to take people out thing. And if you're not good at sniping, you're not going to be...
You're not helping cap points, so what are you doing?
Exactly, what are you doing? So for this, I have my binoculars that can tag vehicles, which helps lock on for my engineers. And then I have the drone as well, which I've really been enjoying.
Towards the end of the night, whenever we were on whatever the snow map is, I need to learn the names of the maps, but when you were droning and then we were like kind of defending like point delta or something.
Yeah.
And we were each in like a different house and stuff. And you're
Yeah.
like, all right, like Tyler, 2 guys coming in on you. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, got him. And it's like, you know,
That
and,
felt so good.
and it felt really like that's the thing is whenever we're playing as a group, it is awesome. And then whenever we aren't playing as a group, I actually like actively hate playing Battlefield.
Interesting.
Like because you're always like, more often than not, you're going to be running into a group of 2+ people.
Right.
So like, as long as you have, you know, your full squad,
Right.
you're going to win most of those fights or cap. Like there were points where like there were more guys than us, but because we were a squad and we went in and like took the points over and stuff, like it just felt. And look, it might just be, hey, we gel really well together and stuff, but like it just felt really rewarding in that respect versus like, you know, even if somebody's like down, it's like we're getting each other up, we're moving each other out of cover like that. The pulling mechanic is like the dragging mechanic is
so fun.
so good. It's so well implemented.
Yep.
Even like I actually really like pulling people like down. Because, you know,
Yeah.
like if they're like on like a rock or
Yep.
something, you can like pull them down
back,
into the
yeah.
ground and stuff. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. No, it feels great. Super rewarding when
Yeah.
it works as well.
I was
you pull
trying
them out
to-
of an alley or something.
Yeah. I was trying to explain to Chelsea the one night where I was just like destroying people with that pistol, like trying to get you up. And like everyone just kept coming. You're like, two more.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah. You got like it was like a 6v1.
I got it. It was
It's like 5 or
when
something.
I left that point, I got my 10 kill streak.
That's
so,
insane.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you literally
It was 6 people up top, and then it was 4
Yeah.
before I left the point.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the New York map, right? Like
Uh,
the smaller one.
it was the no, it was Empire State.
the
Yeah,
Empire
Yep.
map. Yeah.
yeah.
Brooklyn map.
But she was just like, yeah, okay, sure, whatever. I'm like, you don't understand.
Oh,
Like,
dude, that might have been the craziest play I've ever seen you make in my life. Any game.
I love it.
It was
I love
unbelievable. We've had some great moments already, and I do agree. I think we click very well
Yeah.
as a squad because I think we're all very selfless for the most part. You know,
Yep.
the Battlefield gets very frustrating when you have selfish players on your team and they aren't reviving you and they're not, you know, they're just going for kills. I know there was a couple games we were playing where people had tanks in our spawn for the whole game, and they were like 40-0 because they're just sniping across the map with a tank, but we just got absolutely dominated
Yeah.
overall.
Yep.
And yeah, so that feels bad. But yeah, I think we work pretty well as a squad. And yeah, I agree. I mean, that just makes it infinitely more fun. We make some really nice plays. I actually think I'm a pretty good squad leader.
Yeah.
I think when I was running squad leader, we had some pretty nice matches. Not to toot my own horn, but
No,
I'm absolutely gonna-
especially if you're sniping, you're doing like you can see the battlefield in a little bit more of a kind of a pullback way, a little bit more tactical way and stuff. I hate being a squad leader just because it's just annoying.
another
me,
thing to
right?
think about. And I hate
Yeah.
it too, but last night in particular, I was feeling really good with how we executed.
Definitely.
And I mean, we straight up, I think the first time we, first of all, dominated a game, like we won by capturing all of the points and holding
Yeah.
them.
Yep.
Like, it came down to the end. That was crazy. So like it was ticking down. Their tickets were at 50 and then it was like at 10 and we had all the points captured and it gives you like a countdown because you can win that way. And it just hit before that last ticket expired. It felt so good. It's like one, it tells you won by objectives or something.
Whenever we were top squad,
Was that the game we were top squad?
I don't think so. I think it was a separate game. I think there was a separate game for that. It might have been. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. But yeah, there was also a game where we were top
But we were, I mean, we were top squad, but it was like a 4,000 point swing where
Yes.
like we were just like so much further
Yep.
than, you know,
Like we actually carried the game.
yeah, like no one else captured like double digit points on the other team and that sort of thing.
It
We
feels
just-
great
yeah.
to know that you directly influenced the game.
Yes.
You directly won the game,
Yeah.
pretty much. And in Call of Duty, you can have that, but it's more linear.
Yeah.
It's like, are you at the top of the leader? Like if you have the most kills,
Yeah.
then you carried. But in Battlefield, it's much more nuanced, which I like.
It's crazy too because the map that we were playing in, Kyle and I were swearing up and down like we didn't play this map. We never played
I
this
was
map.
like saying, I was like, no, guys, we've played this
Yeah.
multiple times.
But because we never played on that side of the map, like we
Right.
never played on that headquarters,
Right.
And it was like like a completely different feel that I loved. Like when we were going as a squad, like literally just like, I mean, look, the military are very talented people. I'm not saying, like, but like it felt like if you're watching someone clear a street or whatever, it felt like we were doing that, which you don't get that a lot. Like usually people are like sliding or jumping or whatever, and we were literally just like essentially walking through these alleyways as like an enemy would like round the corner and instantly drop.
Yeah.
And then, like we peek our head out and like I would get shot. You'd like drag me back into the alley and then like Kyle takes him out or whatever. Yeah. Like it's
very methodical.
It felt so good.
Yeah. That was the game we dominated. Yeah. And it did feel good. Yeah. When things click, man, it is.
Honestly, that might have been the top squad too. I don't know.
I can't remember actually, but yeah, I do know that there was a game where we had top squad, and no, it feels great. Another game that sticks out. This was maybe a week ago, but the game you and Mike were in the tank and just absolutely just rolled over everyone. That felt really cool. Although I did nothing to help you guys, like that was just a duo carry.
That was fun.
But yeah, no, we've had a lot of great moments so far.
Yeah,
and super excited. I know that like when it was coming out on the podcast, it sounded like I wasn't very excited, which I mean, I was excited for Battlefield, but it wasn't the excitement. You were much more excited than me.
Yeah, because I thought it was going to be like, hey, everyone's going to get on and play this thing.
I guess I had less hope. I thought the game was going to be good, but I didn't think it was really going to spark that old kind of everyone's jumping on feeling.
Yeah.
Which I was totally wrong about, and I'm super glad I was wrong about that because, I mean, I think we're potentially playing tonight.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Kyle texted us, but...
Okay, sure. Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, it's really invoked that kind of... We're playing this. Like, we were looking at the clock. It's like, oh, dude, it's midnight already? It was crazy.
It did not feel like 11. I was like, oh my goodness. Like, I have to get up early tomorrow. Like, I gotta,
Haven't had a game like that in so long.
Yeah.
Even Borderlands wasn't really... I mean, Borderlands was a little bit like that, but I wasn't as engaged in Borderlands.
Borderlands is a completely different...
Yeah, it's turn your brain off.
Yeah.
Which this... No, this one really isn't like that. It's more intense.
No, this is getting your heart pumping more than Borderlands for sure.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But it's great. I would say, so the progression is a negative, and I'm not sure how I feel about the maps. I think I'm coming around to a lot of them.
Yeah.
But I do think there's a little bit too much Call of Duty infused in it.
Okay.
Like the New York map, for example, is a straight up Call of Duty map. Like that's not a Battlefield map at all. And it's for Conquest as well, which is typically supposed to be your large scale, big maps. So there's no vehicles on that map. It's a good map. I think it's a great Call of Duty map, actually. And it's actually fun to play. And we do quite well on it.
Yeah.
But it's not really what I imagine a Battlefield map doing. There's no destruction.
Yep.
There's no vehicles. And it's very condensed. So, yeah, I think some of them are very good. The one you mentioned, like the snow one with the big mountains and stuff, that might be one of my favorites. I think that's a very...
Well, yeah, it's a sniper's haven.
It's a sniper's haven, but it's a classic Battlefield map. You know, there's so much space, but there's these little towns that you can blow up the houses, actually, and...
But see, that's all my... And I think this is just playing the maps more and more because I actually hated that one. Because I'm like, what are you even supposed to do here? It's super annoying. And then as you play it more and more, and as you find these different things that like work for your squad and your team, it's starting to be a lot more fun. Like even Empire, where it's like, I'm an engineer. Blowing things up is like half my class, and most of my abilities are just like nixed, right? I still really like that map, just because of our time playing it, where you go to like point E and we have that on lockdown. We know all this stuff.
We love point E.
Point E is real good. Or when you're just like, oh, he's underneath in the corner, and I'm just like, I pull out a sledgehammer and just smash the roof in and take him out. And I'm like, oh, that's cool.
That's very cool.
When it really needed to be destructible, it kind of was, where it's like I started forgiving it a little bit more, but...
Yeah, I agree. Some maps are much better with the destructibility than others, but it is not even close to... I think that is also maybe a little bit of a minus punto
Yeah. I agree with
where they sold us like, dude, destructibility is back. Here it is. Like every
Yeah.
trailer, it was like these side of these buildings are falling, crumbling and stuff. And they did show the sledgehammer stuff a lot too, which I think the sledgehammer is pretty accurate from what they showed. But even in the trailers and stuff, I did know, I was like, you guys aren't showing like flattening of houses, like very old school, like Bad Company 2, raising the whole map. And maybe there's an element of that wouldn't be, it might not be feasible in terms of, you know, just the sheer amount of things that are going on, and, you know, they're pushing the engine to the limit, or maybe it wouldn't be fun. Right.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's easy to like look back on these things with rose tinted glasses and think like, oh, that was the best. But I mean, back in Bad Company 2, like the map would be completely flattened and then there's nowhere to hide and you just get destroyed by tanks. Like that is an element of it back in the day. But still, it is cool to see like, oh, this once village is completely gone. So I do wish that the destructibility was more, but I think there's enough positive aspects to it that I can forgive it, like you were saying.
I agree. I think it's doing what I needed it to do, to feel like Battlefield, to be an alternative to COD. And who knows, Black Ops 7 might be amazing. I don't know. Probably not.
No, I think it's going to be horrible.
Probably.
Yeah.
But at least, you know, and on some levels, it's like, okay, if Black Ops 7 kind of sucks and we don't like it, like playing that, well, if you want that Call of Duty itch, you kind of still have it in Battlefield a little bit, you know? Like, you can still play the smaller maps and do the small, like, 12v12 stuff if you want to. So, which
I need to do because I want to unlock this one skin.
Yeah, we could do. I mean, sure. Like, you know, like, it's, we'll figure it out. But I think that stuff is going to be, I guess, interesting. Like that kind of stuff is where it's like, if it's 12v12, you should be able to bring like your whole team. Like if there's 12 guys that you know, you should be able to all play together. That's the thing. Yeah,
I agree. The limited to 4, which I told you they were going to do. Is dumb. You should it should be up to like 8. Have 2 squads
at least.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but anyways, no,
they might change it. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, I wish they would have added like the really big team battles again.
They always can. Like I
think they might in the future.
The thing that makes me really happy about all of this is, for all intents and purposes, it's doing really well. Like everyone,
oh my gosh, the numbers are crazy.
Yeah, like
did you see? It was like 750,000 concurrent on Steam, which destroyed Call of Duty's record.
Yeah,
and then I don't know how many million they sold, but several million.
What's their what's EA's Battle Royale? I never remember it.
Apex?
Yeah, it like stomped Apex. And Apex was good. Apex was like,
did
people
well.
were like super happy with it. So like that's the kind of stuff that makes me happy, where it's like, okay, you did it good. Like I don't think I've played a shooter that had this smooth of a rollout.
Yes.
Honestly, ever. Short of maybe like Call of Duty 4, where it was like still new and not blown up yet, but like every other one has been like, servers are going to be destroyed the first time or whatever. And it's just like, this experience has been pretty good. Like, yes, there are a couple like UI glitches and things like that, but that's not like server issues or smooth. Like we never crashed. I mean, knock on wood, but like, and again, maybe it's just because Borderlands was so bad that this is just like,
Borderlands was bad.
But this is how games should be. This is how they were back then, where it's like you put it in, you play it, and it just works. So like EA, like right now, like right this second, it's theirs to lose. So like listen to the community and like, yeah, like, and granted, look, I think they're going to do the new maps. I think they're going to have different game modes. I think truthfully, they're probably looking to the Portal, which we haven't touched Portal yet.
Yeah. I don't know how popular it is.
There's like 40,000 people playing the hardcore mode on it. So like, there's going to be, I mean, like think about all the different games that like spun off of, I mean, League of Legends was a fan made thing.
Warcraft 3.
So like, I could see
you could see this being a Warcraft 3.
No. I'm saying like think about like the zombie mode in Halo or the Griffball mode in Halo and all of these things. Like
Cops and Robbers.
There's going
Rocket
to be
Race.
something cool coming out of Battlefield. And I think EA is like, all right, let's see what happens there. And then we can kind of use that.
That's right. Griffball,
was
a Forge game,
right,
and then they made it an actual game.
Same with the zombies
in Halo 3, I think.
Yep. I want to say Reach, but I don't remember.
I think it was in Halo 3.
It might have been. Sure.
Yeah, because I remember it before the Spartan abilities. I think they made it an actual game mode.
Okay.
Or maybe I was playing the custom one, but dude, I loved Gripball is great.
Yeah, and then they embraced it and do it.
Oh,
so
yeah.
like I could see that happening in Battlefield 2. Like I think the biggest thing that Battlefield has to worry about is watering down stuff. I mean, like we kept talking about like, oh, we just want to play Rush, we want to play Rush, but it's like Rush is small mode and it's not, so it's
you
like
can't even select it by itself. You have to filter your search. You have to make a custom search for it. That was very disappointed about Rush.
But I think they're going to...
Because that was always my favorite game mode.
Yes.
I like that more than Conquest.
I personally like Conquest for learning the maps and understanding where everything is. And that's the same with Call of Duty, where it's like, let's play Domination. Let me get the feel for this map. Once I learn the map and where all the different places are, the strategies and stuff, then it's like, yeah, let's play Rush. Let's play... what was like
Breakthrough
deathmatch, but like Breakthrough, like Search and Destroy, like anything like that. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's go a little bit more tactical. But yeah, I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I enjoy playing it. That's one game where it's like, oh, hey, you guys want to play? It's like, yeah, like there's very few times I'm not like, oh yeah, let's hop on and do it. And it's nice because like I don't care about unlocking anything. Right. So it's truly, I just jump on. I don't have to worry about anything. It's just, hey, let's win this game. That's it.
Right. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes, but it's been a lot of fun. I think we're going to review it soon.
Yeah, as if we didn't just do that. But yes.
Yeah, like official capacity.
Yeah.
But anyway, so besides Battlefield, I mean, that's like your friend game, let's say.
Yeah.
What are you playing personally?
Hades 2.
Solo. Yeah, Hades 2.
Just Hades 2.
That's all it is.
It
was so funny. You were sending us in the Snap group chat a picture in the morning of Hades 2 on your Switch.
Yeah.
And then later on, maybe 30 minutes later, a picture on your computer.
Yeah.
I think that maybe sums up your experience with this game in part.
It is perfect. It is like in terms to play it and how to play it and what it's good to play on and everything. It's like, if you're playing on the TV on the Switch, if you're playing handheld on your Steam Deck, if you're playing on your PC, like just sitting right, like it runs perfectly, it plays perfectly. It's just like, oh.
Yeah, it might be one of the best running games I've ever played. Like, I don't think I ever dropped a frame.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah. I mean, granted, again, it's the style of the game, it's how it's put together, all that
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah, it's not, just... the most mind-blowing, compared to like a AAA.
Yeah.
Although I think they're getting much larger than they used to be.
Yeah, no, I would start thinking this is close to a AAA game.
Getting closer,
more, yeah.
But my point is, it's not a Battlefield, right? Where things are blown up and it's 3D and whatever. But it does look, I mean, the art style is great. It's beautiful art style.
Are we reviewing this right now, or what do we, do you want to? Is that?
Yeah, I thought that's what we were doing.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. All right.
You put it on there.
Well, yeah, I did. I thought we were going to like banter a little bit in the beginning and not just jump right into our review. You normally end with it, but yeah, let's review it.
Okay. We can put it at the end if you want.
No, it's fine. I just need like a nice, like clean, hey, we're going to review Hades 2.
Okay.
I know. I derailed the whole thing. I'm so sorry.
I asked you what you're playing.
Yes.
And then you said Hades 2.
Hades 2.
So
I played it. I beat it.
If we're going to talk about Hades 2, then we're going to review Hades 2.
All right. I beat it today.
You beat it
today. Yeah. Well, I saw credits.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I consider that beating it.
Yeah. But I'm not done with it by any stretch.
Oh, yeah. No, the epilogue, there's a whole... Yeah. I didn't get super deep into the epilogue. I did... Like, I obviously did more runs, but there's just so many games we have to get to that I was like, all right, I think I'm in a good spot.
Yeah.
It's still installed, but...
I am so excited to play it. Like, I just...
You're just going to play as soon as I leave?
Well, no, I'm going to eat dinner and then play some Battlefield. But I'm just saying, like that game is the perfect pickup, put down.
Yeah.
Like, I feel good about, like, being able to quit it whenever I want. And I just know that, like, okay, like, every device I own has the most up-to-date save. And then whatever room I'm in, if I could pick up the device and just play it, it just works.
Yeah, I mean, that's a super... I mean, obviously, I didn't experience it that way, but I can understand how that would be really appealing to... Especially for your lifestyle right now, right? Where you don't know exactly what you're going to be doing at any point in time. So having that flexibility, I could imagine, is super
It's
awesome.
like, oh, Penny's reading to herself in the corner. Cool. I'm playing this for 10 minutes before she decides she wants to play blocks or something like that or
Right.
whatever. Yeah. So it's nice.
Yeah, so I think visually the game looks amazing. I love the art style from Supergiant in the first Hades. I think this one even looks better.
Okay.
Because I think in the first game you're in the underworld for the majority of the game, so I think the color palette is pretty one-dimensional. With this one, I actually liked the locations a little bit more. I think they were a little bit more varied. The color scheme was a little bit more interesting in terms of the different places that you're at, right? So personally for me, I thought it just kept me a little bit more engaged. Like I remember in Hades 1 when I was going through it, it was like I got to a point where it's like, okay, like, I've kind of seen this, a lot, obviously, which is the point of the game. But maybe it was a little bit more taxing for me in the first one versus this one. But this felt a little bit more fresh. And I think a lot to do with that is one of the main mechanics that they put into this one where you can go up or down, which I think is really smart. I think the overall thesis for the game to that point is it does everything Hades 1 does. I think it just extends it. I think it just makes it a little bit better, just tweaks those things a little bit more polished. That was my overall experience with the game, where I think it's just a better game across the board.
Yeah.
Where Hades 1 is amazing, but this just takes a step up. And it knows, I think it's really important to know when you're making anything, what worked for us in the past, and if we're making a sequel to it, how can we enhance it? Like, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Sometimes that works, right? Like, Portal 2 is, like, very different than Portal 1, right? I mean, the overall concept's the same, but, the core mechanic's the same, but it like, extends it crazy amounts.
Yeah.
You don't really have to do that in all cases to reinvent everything. Sometimes it's just, like, a little bump up to improve everything across the board.
It's tough too, because like you're talking about the different environments and things like that. And honestly, at first I was like, I'm kind of seeing the same color palette and stuff on like as you're going down and stuff. And then when you can go up to, we'll call it like heaven. So you go either heaven or hell and you kind of do what you're thinking.
Right.
Like, I don't want to spoil the story too much because I actually think the story is quite good too. But it is smart where they can kind of like let you decide what you want to do. Where if you're getting bored of one, area, then it's like, okay, I'll do a couple runs up this side and stuff, which is what you said. I think they're kind of having their cake and eating it too, where it's like, oh, maybe we'll kind of, in this, maybe a light spoiler, so I don't want, again, but it's like, how like in the first Hades game, like you would get trapped and then you'd have to like do like a bonus stage or whatever like that.
Right.
That's in this one as well.
Yeah.
That then takes you to a different location that's like, oh, kind of, like you see other stuff, other color palettes, other, environments.
Right.
Which I think is really cool. I think the big thing with this is the different ways, like it's still encounter based, but the maps it's not like you're just like in a little arena that you fight. I think the maps are extremely well done. I think there's almost like I don't want to say open world, but like an open map concept for one. You're on a ship for another, like all these different things. They're just like really, really, really cool. I think the boss fights are awesome. I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but it's just like the gameplay, to what you were saying is like, I truly can't think of something that I like better in Hades 1, short of I do like the idea of like you're in the House of Hades and stuff like that. But like, even if I don't love the like your home base in this, which I think I do like the House of Hades more, it just makes sense with the story and makes sense of everything. Like it's just like it's so good.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I think every aspect. The weapons are great. The variety's crazy.
Yep.
There's a bunch of weapons, and then there's
how many? 6 weapons, 3 varieties each.
Yes,
so
yeah,
18
something like that.
Possibilities.
Which again is a light. I guess that's a light spoiler too. Where
you see all the options.
Yeah, but there's different versions.
Well, there was in Hades 1 too. So
right.
I
guess
sorry.
so.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, exactly. And the very different play styles.
Yeah.
There's more gods to give you boons. There's more, I guess, maybe special characters that give you certain aspects, and they have their own, unique personality that's reflected in the bonuses that they give you. Everything's just so intelligently done, where it's a great narrative piece that ties into the mythology, that ties into the gameplay. It's just so well connected. When games can really effectively pull that off, it just really draws you in.
Yep.
When all the aspects are working in tandem to push you forward. I think so. The gameplay is great, but on top of it, the narrative and story itself is excellent. I think this is a really natural progression from the first one. It has the right amount. Like any good sequel is going to have a good amount of callbacks and a connection to that first game, typically. Mm-hmm. This does it perfectly, right? It's not too much where it's like, hey, remember this and that, but it's enough where you're directly affected and incentivizes you to like figure out what's happening and get to that point where you get more of that connection to the first one. So smartly done in my mind. I was really engaged the whole time. I think every time you do a run, there's unique dialogue. I mean, the sheer amount of dialogue in this game that's interesting and pushing you forward, and you're learning new aspects, whether it's about the overall story or the character themselves or something random that's just funny.
Yep.
It is very compelling. And to me, it's equally, it makes me want to do more runs.
Yeah.
It's not just the gameplay that makes me want to do more runs. It's like, I want to hear what they say with this, and I have this boon now, and I want to hear how this person comments about that, right? Because there's so many aspects of like just specific things where they will call something out that you're doing for this run, this unique run, that's just like, oh wow, I can't believe they called out something so seemingly minute. It's really cool.
The attention to detail is like it kept making me smirk like over and over and over again. I'm like, I can't believe they thought of this. I can't believe they thought of this. Like I texted you fairly late at night, actually, where I'm like, did they change the voice actress for the main character and stuff?
Right.
I'm like, oh, I'm just bigger. So like they deepened her voice. Yep. And I'm just like, that's like, you didn't need that. But
it also sounded
it's
great.
There. Oh, the voice acting is just
the
awesome.
voice acting is incredible, but the
even like dumb little things where it's like, oh, if you have fire on your like attacks and you happen to run across oil, you would actually light the oil versus having to do it the normal way and stuff. Like just like every little thing, and it's just it's very, very tough to like. I feel like, and especially in like the Game Awards and things like that, where it's like, oh, it's a sequel, so it's probably not going to get a fair shake, like as much as something new. Like this game is like, I don't know how to improve it. I think my one criticism, and I don't even know if this is valid because I played early access, right?
Right.
So my first criticism that I had to you and Jeff when we were talking is like, it's slow for me. I'm like, okay, this doesn't feel like I'm not into it as quickly as I would like to be. But I think a lot of that is just coming from, I had to replay a lot of what I had already played in early access, and it took me a while to get to the point of, oh, this is all new content. The moment that happened, it was like, oh my gosh, it's a whole new game. I'm loving it. Everything's great. So like, take that kind of with a grain of salt. But like every time I'm in the game and I'm like, man, I really wish they did this, or oh, I really wish they did this, they end up doing that.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, you didn't unlock it yet, or oh, you didn't actually like. It's like, oh, you want that quality of life? Cool. Here, we'll give it to you, but you have to earn it. And I'm like, oh my goodness, it's like that's a very tough thing to do because it's like, well, if it's not fun to get it, I'm not gonna. But it's like you're always rewarded. You're always, and like I typically don't like running around and like making sure I talk to everybody and doing everything. Like this game 1,000% do. Like I actually read and listen to every dialogue because the voices are so good. I'm not saying I never skip through stuff, especially in like inconsequential stuff, but like I would say at least 80% of the dialogue I let the voice actor actually present the entire thing because they do such a good job.
Yeah, I totally agree. Very Mass Effect vibes. You're back on the Normandy and you're just like walking around talking to everyone. That's when you really know like you care about these characters, you're really engaged with the story and overall world. So I agree. I mean, I would do that as well. Now, I would say I probably do that more than you in games because I just, I do get invested in characters, maybe a little bit easier, but and it's really cool too. I mean, sometimes I know that we talked about this too, and there's like maybe a little bit of a difficulty curve at first. There's kind of a hump you need to get over in my experience where once you get past like a boss or two, then it really kind of snowballs and you start getting the hang of things. And I was getting stuck on one of these bosses, and I remember Odysseus was like, hey, our scouts told us, maybe you should try this for a boss. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, wow, that actually makes a lot of sense. And it really, like, that strategy really worked. So there's some really helpful tips that they can give you outside of just the overall, character building and narrative and stuff, which I also love. It's just such a great world. I mean, everyone knows Greek mythology. It's modernized. It's cool. It's just really, a special game. I will say, in terms of the story itself, I think the story's great. The end, I was curious, because it's a roguelite, so you're going to keep doing runs even after the game ends. What was, the hook that was going to keep us doing runs? I don't know if I super love that idea.
Interesting.
I wasn't like...
So that's where I'm at currently.
Yep.
So maybe more to come there, but I kind of liked how they wrapped everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So now I might change my mind whenever I get through it again or whatever, but like I was like, like I wouldn't have done it. Like I wouldn't have thought it was going to go a certain way. And again, I don't want to like spoil it because it's actually like the story's good. I wasn't upset with it. Like I think it was like, okay, like, because you're right, this game is meant to be just like
endless.
Yep. So how do you do that?
Right.
I think they saw. I think they did an okay thing.
I mean, it's very difficult because how do you make something endless that's not meaningless? But I think I don't dislike the end. I just don't like the idea of why it's endless.
Yeah,
personally,
I think at that point it's like, okay, like what?
Yeah, I mean, again, you're like in a corner. Like, how do you do it?
Yeah, so either for you, it's like, okay, I saw the ending, I'm good, and you could like step away from it, or it's like, oh no, I want to like I'm actually thinking I might 100% this thing. Like,
I was going to ask, if you seem like you're going towards that.
I'm happy. Like I was looking through the achievements and stuff, and like there are a bunch of side characters, and I'm like, oh, I've been working to unlock their like stories and all, like understanding how they like relate to each other and stuff.
Right.
And I'm pretty close. Like I'm pretty close to like I think I have like maybe half unlocked, and I could probably knock out the like another quarter, probably in like one run. Like I'm so close on so many different things.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I didn't even know this was an achievement. I can knock that out. And like dumb stuff that I didn't even mean to, where it's like, oh, wear this silk from Arachne or whatever through the entire game. And I did it because I was like, at some point you just get really good at memorizing the patterns and stuff, and then like just feels so good.
Yeah.
It feels so good. You can make it as easy or as hard as you want.
Right.
It is the perfect example of a game that is like, hey, let the player play how they want to play it, and it's good no matter what.
Yep. Yeah, and if you want it super difficult, you can do that challenge run, and you get rewarded for it.
Yep.
Right. But I agree. I don't think you lose anything by. I didn't get super into the skulls. Yeah. I dabbled, but mostly I didn't get super into them, and I liked that experience because, And
they have like challenges where it's like, I don't want to do like a full run, but you can do like one section, and you just try to do it with like unique modifiers and stuff, and like that's super cool.
Again, I think an amazing way to incentivize you to try different weapons, not to get just pigeonholed into one weapon. I think that's really easy to, I'm super comfortable with this. I'm super comfortable with this build. And then it's like, hey, why don't you just try this, one level with this setup and see how you like it?
And like having the boons, smart. Like, oh, hey, I never thought to pair this god with this god, because it's like they seem to be counter, but then that actually is why they're so cool and stuff.
Yep.
And what was your favorite weapon? Like, were you?
Yeah, that's a tough choice. am partial to the dagger because that's the first one I really clicked with, and that's the first one I beat the final bosses with. I will say the skull is the best, and I think the axe is a lot of fun. I mean, that's up there. I think all of them really have their own play style that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And figuring out how to build that, with the specific gods that you want. But yeah, I would say maybe I'm partial to the dagger just because it did well for me. But
and it's funny that you said all this, and this isn't even me being contrarian, but you were talking up the skull so much that I didn't even try it. I just maxed it out, and I was like, I can't wait to take this in and just wreck things. And I'm like,
the Medea one or whatever?
Yeah. I'm like, this sucks.
You didn't like it?
I hate. Now, eventually I got to work, and I want to run with it.
Yeah.
But that is not my play. Like, eventually I found a way to play with it, but I was like, this is not what I thought that was.
Did you do what I told you to do, or you just dash back and forth?
Absolutely.
Okay,
but eventually I got it where the skulls just come back to you, and I'm like, okay, now I can just wreck everything.
I beat the last boss in maybe 15 seconds.
Well, that's how I am with the twin flame things. I just melt people with those
backpack
now.
or whatever?
No, well, so the backpack's my second favorite. The black coat's my second favorite. The two wands that
the staffs.
Those are so good. But like the crazy thing was like the first time I did it, I was using like a normal attack, and I was like, oh, I'm just melting everything. This is great.
Yep.
And then the second time, I was like, I wonder what the special was. And I got to the thing where it's like, I'm just like orbiting myself, just like running around, like wrecking things. And like, I sent you guys a screenshot of like, I have 300 armor right now because it's like nothing touched me and stuff. And you could play that thing and it just feels fresh. And I'm sure after a while, eventually it's gonna be like, okay, I've seen everything. And, like I know what's good and bad and different things like that as any game. But I think I'm at 55 hours in that thing. And I am just super jazzed to keep going and just kind of like checking things off. Like, dude, I'm like going in and I'm like, okay, this run I'm going to just look for like fate things, which is in the first game too, where it's like, okay, like here are the things to check off or achievements, or like, oh, I've never seen this boon. So now I'm going to go like look for this and put things on to kind of like, and like they do such a good job to like, if you're looking for something, you can tweak the game in a way to like, not always get it, but like you're probably going to go this way. So like there is RNG to an extent, but like it's never like a 1 in a million chance or whatever. Like you can always influence it. And I just love that so much.
Yeah. I love the addition of the, what's it called? The, oh man, what is it called? When you're walking down the stairs, that first thing they put on,
like the Arcana cards, and stuff,
the tarot cards. Yeah, that was a great addition. That was super.
Which you kind of had in the first one. They weren't cards, but it was the
like
same.
The mirror.
Yeah, you had like the same kind of.
Yes,
I think it's done very well.
Yeah, I like this one better because the mirror was just like a list.
Yes,
and you just picked things, which was good. But this is more tactical. I love just lining up like, hey, if I get a row, I get this unlocked for free, and if I have this and that, and you can get like a lot of things unlocked and just have a nice clean build.
So I did it where I got everything, I think every single card unlocked, where at
the same time.
Yeah, so you can, there's a like a trinket or whatever that will unlock stuff, I believe. I think it's a trinket. And then if you talk to Cersei, I think it's her name's Cersei.
Yeah, the like mage.
Yeah.
Which
one of her things will unlock 2 random things that you don't have.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So if you unlock that and you get lucky that it unlocks another one, it was like maybe I had all but like 1 card or something.
Yeah.
And then it's like mid game and suddenly you're like a god and like you're just like going through and just destroying everything. It feels so good.
Yep. Yeah. No, I think there's so many builds, possibilities. It just feels great.
Music, fantastic.
Music is fantastic.
Yeah.
Like Supergiant has like it has a style.
Yeah.
With its music, loves guitar, loves small ensemble, solo voice, right?
Which I love. Bass guitar everywhere.
A lot of bass, right? Especially in the boss fights. But with Olympus added, you saw a totally different side of it, more orchestral.
Yep.
Loved it.
Yeah.
So good. I was super super into the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you can like again, it's like, oh, I would love to just listen to this, or I love it, and it's like, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you can unlock all of it. You can get
Yep.
like, yeah,
It's a great game.
we need to score it.
Yeah, what are you thinking? I mean, you are smitten
I mean,
with Aphrodite's
here's
charm.
my thing. I think we've said the word perfect for this game. I'm not calling this perfect.
You
game.
said the
No, like
it's a good game.
a good game.
It's a I get hesitant saying perfect, but I understand what you're saying.
You've also said perfect.
Did I say perfect?
Yes.
When?
You said it does a
what time?
perfect job of blah 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 blah.
Well, it's one aspect.
Well, right. But what I'm saying is,
Yes.
do I think it's a perfect game? No.
Yeah. I mean, why not?
However,
Why isn't it a perfect game?
I will say there are, like, from a pacing perspective, and we'll leave it at that. I don't want to like spoil things.
Yeah,
So it's
okay,
like
fair enough,
I think
fair
from a
enough.
pacing perspective, you could tweak it just slightly, or you could do like there's always things you can do, but it's
Sure.
so like inconsequential that I'm like for me, I'm at like a 98.
Oh
Like
my
I'm
gosh.
like high on this game.
I think that would be the highest score you've ever scored anything.
I think because yeah, probably.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm that high. I do think our highest tier is like 96, right?
96 is the Well,
Yeah.
aside from 100, yes.
Yeah, I mean,
96 goes into the platinum.
Are we ever able to score anything 100? I don't know if that's allowed.
I mean, eventually there will be something. You know?
If this isn't 100, what would be? I don't. You know what I mean? For you,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
yeah, I don't. I think I was in like that. Yeah, 96. I think platinum makes a lot of sense. For sure.
The reason why I said 98
Yeah,
is because I don't think it should be a 96 because we kind of use that as like, oh, it just crosses into like a masterpiece territory.
I see.
I think this, like, I thought Hades 1 was a masterpiece, honestly. Like, I think they did everything great. They set like a new bar for a genre, everything. And this is like trumps Hades 1 in every way. So it's like, to me, that at minimum would need to be like a 97. And I think that, not to compare game to game because it's obviously apples and oranges, but what we have Baldur's Gate 3 at 97, I think.
yeah.
So for me, it's like, okay, like Baldur's Gate 3 is now the game that defines that, top-down role-playing, like any game that comes out is going to get compared to that game. It's like, oh, it's like Baldur's Gate 3 or whatever. Every game that has come out, honestly, even since Hades 1 comes out, that's the first thing they compare it to is, oh, it looks like Hades, both in art style, the direction, the way things are unlocked, the abilities, all of that. And for all of those clones to come out and some are like good games. I'm not saying that in like kind of a derogatory way, but it's like, oh, it's a Hades-like because it progresses the story, it does all this stuff. For all of those games to come out, and then for Hades 2 to come out and just trump everything, including the original. For me, that means a lot to me. Like, I did not think that was going to be I played early access. I'm like, okay, like it's fine, it's good, it's whatever. But man, I'm like actively thinking about that game.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Dude, I'm happy for you. It's been a while
I know.
since you
I
had
didn't think that was
something
going to
like
happen this year. Yeah.
I'm fine with that. You make a compelling argument. You're very passionate about it. You're not going to hear any arguments from me. I think it's an amazing game.
So
it deserves that.
But where are you at? Are you like in 96?
I was thinking 96 because, and you did mention the Game Awards, right? And there's this kind of sequel stigma thing, which maybe I shouldn't be falling into that. But to me, a Baldur's Gate 3 that got a 97 completely kind of pushed the genre forward in my mind to the point where other, studios are like, dude, we can't do this.
Yeah.
Don't expect this. Right. And maybe Hades is the same way in a regard, but I think they had a formula and they just upped that. Where Baldur's Gate 3 kind of just totally redefined a way. Now, Baldur's Gate 3 or Larian has that formula with Divinity. But the way they incorporated Dungeons and Dragons into that by making it feel the dice rules, the being true to the abilities and every like the little aspects of it. I don't think anyone thought that would be possible.
It's fair.
But again, I don't. It's 2 points. I think it just. I'm happy if it's in platinum. I think it deserves the highest tier. I think that's the most important piece of it. So 98.
Oh,
I
no,
think it makes
I was
sense.
saying,
I don't.
If I'm 98, you're 96. Put it at 97.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm fine with either way.
I'm
I
good
think
with
it makes
97.
sense that
Because you do make a good point.
I don't want it to feel like it just scraped into this tier, although this tier is like a very heralded tier.
I mean, this is a must-play game. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
it's like, I know we joke about other things, but like between this, Astrobot got a 96, I think, right? Like,
I think Astrobot, did it only get a 96? Yeah.
I think so.
It was definitely this tier.
But it's these things of like...
So did Kingdom Come, though. You weren't there to bring me down, though.
I know. But what I'm saying is, like, there are a select group in this pantheon where, like, already I've taken Hades off of my top 100 games, and I'm putting Hades 2 on there.
What is your aversion to having 2 games sequels in the top 100?
That's a good call. But what I'm saying is, like, if I'm telling somebody to play something, it's like, yes, you could play Hades 1, and you get a lot of...
you tell them to start with Hades 2?
Kind of. It's like, look, if you want to only play one of these games...
Well, sure, if that's
Hades 2 is the way to go.
I think this is a great franchise to play both, because the first one isn't that far removed. Like,
yes. I agree.
Again, to bring up Portal, I think the first one's so short that I think you can play it, but the second one's just like almost a different game.
Yes. Okay. I mean,
okay,
fair enough. So maybe I was a little hot coming in, but I'm trying to convey
what you're saying
like,
makes sense. Yeah. If it's like, hey, I'm thinking about playing Hades 2, could I just jump? Yeah, I think you can jump into Hades 2. I do think you're losing a good.
You're losing
portion.
some context, but like it's not even like it really. Like in some ways, I would be interested in someone who never played Hades 1 if they would like.
It makes sense to them, but I don't think you have that emotional connection that you would have.
Probably not.
Well, definitely not. You don't know who these people are. Like in this one, you start the game, you see the portrait in the corner, you're like, oh, I know those guys.
Yeah,
You know what
that's
I mean?
fair. That's
It's
fair.
like,
Yeah.
But anyways,
we're
getting sidetracked. So
I'm good with 97.
97
Yeah,
sounds great
all right.
to me.
It's a masterpiece of a game.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's on the pace of a Baldur's Gate and Astrobot.
Yeah.
I think it's in that realm.
I agree.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Chalk it up.
Chalked. What else is on your mind? What have you been playing?
Yeah, I've been playing Final Fantasy Tactics. So when we get off on Battlefield, I'll play Tactics till like 2 a.m., which has destroyed me physically. But I will say, and you plan on finishing it, right? So we'll do an official review.
I plan to. I will let you know. Again, Hades is kind of like, we'll see.
Well,
see.
let me know.
Yeah.
So
I do want to play it, but you know,
I will say the barrier to entry is pretty tough. This is a very old school game. I think there's a lot of quality of life things, but I will say the more you put into this game, the more you get out of this game. There are so many combinations, crazy combos and things, and it's very Unicorn Overlord vibes, which I should probably be reversing that. Unicorn Overlord is very Final Fantasy Tactics vibes.
Yeah.
But in the sense that there's not a ton of guides out there, probably just because of the sheer amount of combinations and crazy things that you can do.
Specifically for this game, or just in Tactics in general? Because that's,
I
I mean,
think
it's 25 years. Like you would
look,
assume.
there are things out there like, oh, dude, look at this crazy build, this and that, but not as much as you'd think.
Okay.
Where it's like, oh, this is the optimal way to play. Like this is, don't get me wrong, you can break the game. There's things that absolutely bust the game open, which I think is part of the charm of it.
Yeah.
You know, that sandbox where you can just create these incredibly overpowered combinations. But there's like Kyle, this is one of his favorite games of all time. And I was telling him one of the builds I was doing. He was like, oh, wow, I didn't actually think to do that. Right. It just goes to show that it's like, you know,
even people that love the game,
even people that love the game, even
everything.
people that have played it for 30 years there's new things that they're discovering in this new playthrough of it. So that's been really cool. I've been having fun with that and kind of really tweaking my squad and starting to understand the mechanics a lot better. I think the story is pretty interesting. I will say that the characters themselves aren't anything special. I don't think you get like the adequate time you need to really be invested in these characters. It does help that
like
their
across
voice
the board, or do you see like certain
I think
characters
across
are like
the board.
the main characters?
No, I think across the board, like the main, like Ramsum, like
okay, yeah,
very on him, and even like everyone else. But
I mean, he's basically Cloud then.
No.
Oh, okay.
I think Cloud's much more like his story is much more interesting.
Yeah, right, sure.
All right, we're not going to get into that, but I think where it shines is the overall narrative and the political intrigue and the world itself. I think the world itself is very well fleshed out, very, very interesting. Kind of the history of it. It's very well laid out as well. You can read into it as much as you want, and there's a lot of material there. And then the overall scope of, you know, different factions vying for power and the moves that they're making, kind of like a chessboard, is very interesting to me. And I've enjoyed that aspect. I think that's where it shines from a narrative perspective. So that's been cool. But yeah, I've been enjoying it. I think the more I play it, the more I'm liking it.
Nice. So how many hours do you have in it?
Maybe almost 30.
And you're coming up on the end of it?
No, I'm on like chapter 3 out of, I think there's 4.
Okay. Well, I mean, still, you're beyond halfway.
Beyond halfway.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
I will say though, like, to do the things you want to do, it requires you to grind.
Yeah.
And I hate grinding.
Yeah.
So like there's methods you can use to speed that up, but it's very convoluted how you do it. It's very weird. Like you have to like, you don't have to, but essentially how you level up is you have to do an act, like you have to do something every turn.
Yeah.
So if nobody's near you, you start like hitting each other. And it's so funny. It's just such a strange.
Yeah.
I wish it was easier to get access to the things you wanted.
Yeah.
I don't like that part of it very much, but when things start clicking, it is very fun. Very cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So I've been having a lot of fun with that. I'm starting to see why this game is so revered. I can only imagine back in 97 or whenever this came out, 96, just the sheer amount of content in that game, the sheer amount of replayability really, you know, maybe defined that kind of genre or just moved it forward.
Yep.
Is a better way to put it. I can just see like a young Kyle just going crazy with all these different, you know, tools that is.
And then to put it on a PSP and then suddenly you have a portable and everything, like that's pretty rad.
Yeah, I do wish they had the PSP version that they remade, but I guess they wanted to just really do the OG, or maybe it'll be DLC.
Right, yeah. It's the long game.
Because there's more jobs, I guess, that the PSP version had and cutscenes and stuff. So
yeah.
But it's been fun.
Yeah, I want to play it. There's so many games. Like it's wild.
I know. I gotta finish Tactics, and then dude, by the way, Kyle was watching me play the other night, and you know, I was working towards this new job, which is like a class, right?
Yeah.
And this might be the craziest class in any video game I've ever played in my entire life. It is the most ridiculous. So I guess spoilers for anyone who cares, but the game's super old. So it's called in this one it's called a arithmetician.
Okay.
In the OG, I think it's called a calculator. How this works is it has the potential to hit an infinite number of enemies or allies at any range. And the way you set it up is there are different aspects or stats that you select. So you can do experience, you can do level, you can do like there's a couple of different things that you select. Mm-hmm. And then you can do like a multiple of 5, multiple of 4, multiple of 3, or a prime number. And whoever lines up with those prerequisites gets hit with whatever ability you're doing.
friendly
enemies. So you're doing like all this math.
Yeah.
And you have the potential to cast like the most powerful spell, like Flare.
Yeah.
And just hit the entire enemy team and just kill them.
Yeah.
If their levels all a prime number.
Yeah. that's kind of cool.
How crazy is that? So you're just going through the map like, oh, okay, so I can do this. They're actually at this elevation. So everyone's at like 5 elevations. So if I do elevation 5, multiple 5,
yeah,
so crazy.
That's awesome.
Or you can like heal your entire team from across the map because it works both ways.
Yeah.
I was like, what is like Kyle was explaining to me how it worked. I was like, why do I have to do calculus for this? But it is kind of cool. It's like,
yeah, if you put the work in,
pull that off.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But I've never heard of a game doing something as like crazy as that.
Yeah, I think I know you mentioned Unicorn Overlord. I do like the you're kind of programming a little bit in that game too, where it's like, oh, if this guy gets hit, then this one goes, and if this gets under a certain number of health points, then heal him and stuff. So I like that those ideas are getting kind of like expanded on. Like it's like, look, you don't have to do it, but it's you get what you put into it.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about this game too. There's so many mechanics, but you don't really have to engage with them. Like if you want to focus on just battling, you can, but you can tame monsters and breed them and get special creatures to fight with you. You can poach creatures and get special items by poaching. There's like these like jobs that you can do. Like you send people out to do errands, I think they're called, and you can discover locations and stuff. And there's a lot going on in the game that is like all optional, which is cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds
But
really
anyways, yeah, that's been fun. So, but yeah, there are a lot of games I have to get to, and we're running out of time.
Yeah.
It's mid-October, and we have about a month and a half left.
Yep. Yeah.
So
there's the Absalom and Ball Pit are in my cart right now.
Absalom looks great.
It is co-op. So,
but is it? I don't know if like the main story is co-op. I think the co-op experience is like a different thing, which turned me off a little bit. Because if it was all co-op, I would have said we got to play this.
Do we know what the Marvel beat 'em up got?
No, I didn't even know there was a Marvel beat 'em up.
There's a Marvel beat 'em up where each player controls 2 Marvel characters.
Really?
Yeah, and you can like tag in and out and stuff, and it's basically like TMNT. So I'm like, if it got
cool.
good reviews, I should probably play that. But yeah, dude, there's so much.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to you about Yotai, which I'm kind of on the fence on. I do want to play it, but I kind of put it towards the bottom of my list. I was watching Jeff play it on stream, and it looks great.
Yep.
But like I told you, I did a double take where I thought he was playing Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't.
Which is
do that again.
A disservice to Yotai.
It looks great.
Yeah.
For everything I saw, it looks great, and I'm sure it's a ton of fun. It's just
it's better
playing
in every way.
So many hours of Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
You're like kind of fatigued on that whole thing. So yeah, but I got to play Shinobi. That might be the next thing I play because that's not very long.
No, that's super short.
And Metal Gear, I do want to play that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like it's a classic.
You should. Yeah, that's fair.
It's cool that some of these classic all-time games have been remade. So now I can kind of experience that and just hop on the bandwagon.
I feel like you should play Snake Eater in one form or another within your life as a gamer, but I don't think I'm going to do Snake Eater.
I got to do Silk Song at some point too. I'm dreading that.
I don't know if I can go back to Silk Song.
Oh, I know you're done, but
yeah.
Just put it on the list. How's Berserker?
About the same as Silk Song. I think around the same area.
Yeah.
Berserker hurts a little bit just because I could have just played the demo and gotten the same. I think it's.
But you liked it enough to get it.
I really like it.
Yeah.
It's just the time that it takes to do that. Like, if I'm gonna beat my head against something at this point, it's like, dude, I'm just gonna make Hades super hard and play that because I feel connected to that, like and whatnot. But Silk Song is just frustrating.
Yeah. No, it is what it is.
Can't wait to watch you play it.
Yeah, no, you're a good friend.
Thank you. Yeah,
you're welcome. All right, so frustrating. Tell me about retail.
Retail? Oh, okay. All right.
There we go.
There we go.
Got him.
Target.
Uh-oh. Calling them out.
These so
Goodbye, sponsor.
kids. I'm not gonna say which Target, but
Don't think that matters when you get sponsors, dude.
did Pokemon not come out on the
did.
16th?
Yep.
Okay. Pokemon, big name in the gaming sphere and every other medium,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
They just never put it out on the floor at Target. It is Target. It was on the other one. But and I'm walking it, it's like late at night. So it's not even like early morning, they just didn't get around to it yet. And it's just like, so there are these two kids, Target employees,
Yep.
just bouncing a ball back and forth. Like across an aisle. So like you already have to like wait for them to stop bouncing it to like as a customer get past them, which is insane to me. And I would be like that old guy, but it's just like, come on, like what are we doing?
That is insane.
It was like 8:00 at night. I
Yeah.
get that. It was like it was
Yeah.
pretty dead, but like,
Yeah.
come on. They see me looking and going back and forth and stuff. So I go up to them like, hey, I need this game. Like it's supposed to be on. They're like, okay, let's check our little pocket calculator or whatever they carry around.
Right.
And they're like, oh, it says location unknown, which means it's in the back. We didn't put it out yet. I'm like, okay, well, like it released today, right? Like it's the 16th. It's and they're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, well, like you go back and like check it and like can I get one? And then they're just like, oh no, we can't we can't do that. And it's like, oh, like is there anyone that can like what because like I can literally go on the app and say, hey, in 2 hours, walk it to my car. Like, do we want to go? Like, I don't want to stay here for 2 hours. Can you just get the thing? And they wouldn't do it. And I'm like, okay, well, like, is there anyone else? And like, apparently that at Target at 8 p.m. in that location is just run by teenagers because there was no one,
like
there was
Lord of the
no
Flies.
adult. And I'm like, what the heck, man? I got pretty upset. So
Yeah,
I left that. I'm like, what? Like, what's the point?
Do you think they could have if they really wanted to, or
I don't know.
is that like a store policy thing?
I have no idea. Maybe they
Where
don't
they'd
have
have
the
to check it in.
keys for it or whatever. But like,
Yeah,
it would make sense if it was like a midnight launch and they couldn't do it or whatever. But it was like the entire day. The fact that it wasn't even on the floor blows my mind. But if you go and you look at the video game section there, like there were more open spaces and empty spaces than there were video games. Like it was crazy. So it's like either
it's all online now.
I guess, but it's just
Yes, of course it is. How many people do you think bought a physical version of this versus digitally?
who knows? Who knows?
I would say
actually, I will say
90%.
for Switch games, physical does beat out the digital.
Sure. Oh, like overall.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like
Yeah.
versus other consoles. That's interesting.
Yeah. So, well, depending on the game, but for Nintendo
I guess that makes sense
stuff,
because if you're
the collectors are crazy.
you're
man.
buying it
Like,
for your
they're-
kids,
Yeah.
or I guess maybe the collector. Yeah, maybe you're right. I kind of view it as you're buying it for your kids, and it's like
Yeah.
you give them something. Like, hey, Merry Christmas,
Yeah. Fair. Yeah. But I mean,
rather
whatever,
than
yeah.
doing that online.
So
But
instead, I got it from Best Buy. That's the
Ooh.
end of the
they
story.
had it out.
Yeah.
Look, in retail, it's
Yeah.
win or lose.
It was just annoying to be like, what if you? Because like on the app, it's like, hey, it's in stock, it's available. You can get 2 hours. You
Yeah.
can come and pick it up. You can
So
do whatever.
weird.
So let's say somebody drives all the way there, gets it. Like I had to get Rice Krispies for Chelsea, so I was gonna be there regardless. But it's like somebody made a trip there. It's kind of crappy. I don't know. Like it's
Oh, that would be insane. Yeah, I don't. They have the technology to do it.
yeah, it's just like the very like laissez-faire. Like I don't like they were just so. But then it brought up a lot of like, dude, when we were in GameStop, like there was a very specific core of people that were like, okay, like you want to be a very good retail employee, like you actually care about your job, stuff like that. And nowadays, it's just like there are like people just don't care. And then they use this kind of like, well, they don't get paid enough or they don't do this and stuff. And like, I don't want to get on a soapbox about this stuff, but it's like, if you take a job, you should do that job to the best of your ability. Like, that's what I believe. So like to make all these things of like, oh, well, they treat us like bad or they don't do that. And it's like, I get it. Everyone has circumstances and different things like that. But it's like, you could be productive. You're not even being like a decent human being. Like if you want to bounce a ball in the aisle, bounce away. I don't care. I'm not your parent. I'm not your boss. But at least be like, oh, hey, can I help you? Or, oh, are you finding everything okay? Or just some little thing, not like completely ignore the people that are around this. Like it was just wild. Like it was like this weird Twilight Zone thing. Like after 8 o'clock at night, it's like, is this Walmart? Like what are we doing here?
Nuts.
Yeah.
Like when there's someone coming back there, at least stop bouncing the ball.
Yes.
Just till they leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's insane to me. I don't know, these young whippersnappers, man.
Yeah, whatever. But then that brings me to my other thing of look how crappy this Pokemon case is on the bottom here.
Yep.
Where they have a giant
This is what you're talking
block
about.
of disclaimer text.
Yep.
Now,
why not put that on the back?
I don't exactly.
Look how much stuff's on the back. You could fit that.
Yeah. And that's a lot. Like that's a ton of Switch games now because they have to like be very clear that's like this is for Switch 2 and if you want to buy Switch 1 you have to do that. It's just like, oh my goodness, God. Like Switch is getting I shouldn't even say Switch. Nintendo is getting very not like friendly Nintendo. Like they're like greedy as heck and they're being very like kind of crappy with their business practices for this kind of stuff. Like it's kind of wild.
Not a great design choice.
No.
Gotta agree with you there, Ty.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
at least it's a physical game and everything's on here. I just hate that it says like it literally says Nintendo Switch 2 on the top.
Yep.
And it has a red bar.
Yep.
And then it says Pokemon Legends ZA Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Like
Right.
no kidding. It's literally the Switch bit because people are
Probably
dumb.
legal
and it's,
stuff, right?
exactly.
But see, again, if you put it on the back, as long as it's there,
I don't know.
it has to be. It has to count.
Look, I get it. It's for the grandparents that are picking this up, and it's like, oh, they want that Pokemon game for Switch.
Grandparent is going to read that text down there.
Right, but they're going to say, oh, they want it for Switch, and it's like, okay, is it Switch 1 or 2? And there's two different places, 3 if you include the disclaimer, telling you, hey, this is only for Switch 2, not Switch 1.
Well, I don't mind the top 2 ones though.
I do when it's redundant and ugly.
I don't mind the top one,
But yeah. Anyway.
but the disclaimer is the one that's super ugly.
Yeah, I mean, and I'll have to open it and actually like I'm not opening it just yet. I want to read some reviews because it's getting like an 81, 82. I want more stuff to come in because like it's 81 and it's from like Nintendo Pokemon Lovers.com or whatever. And it's like, oh, if the Pokemon lovers don't like this, I don't know how much IGN's gonna care. But
That's going to be interesting.
they'll probably give it like a 10 or something. But yeah, I don't know. That's on the docket too. But I still got to beat Donkey Kong before I even crack that open.
You're going to go back to Donkey Kong?
I do have like one level left. Like
okay.
I gotta finish it. I'm just
That'll
like
be easy. It's a slam dunk.
yeah.
That'll be good. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're getting down to it. It's gonna be interesting. I'm playing my Retroid too much, so that's
Yeah, but
inhibiting me
you're enjoying
from.
it, you know,
of
I
course
guess.
it is, but it's inhibiting me from finishing the games I need to finish. Sly Cooper is so good. That game holds up so freaking well. The movement, the story. I love that
Dude,
game.
you just look like you're in pure bliss right now.
I am, dude.
Yeah.
It's like some things never change.
I'm just happy that again, I know like I keep talking about Hades, but like that was like a hey, I really enjoy playing this video game. Battlefield was even Borderlands to some extent.
Yep.
That I've conflicted. But it's like these are just fun video
Outside
game
the
things.
crashing, Borderlands was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, okay, I could play Pokemon if I find it like being a fun game, say even with Donkey Kong and stuff. I'm like, or I could play Ball Pit,
Yeah,
which
that
is
looked
like
interesting.
it's like an 87. Like
it looked good.
it's $15. Like that's
Yep.
that's the other thing we didn't talk about with Hades is like it's a $30 game. It's $30.
That's crazy.
I spent 60 because I
That's
bought one
crazy.
for Switch and one for PC, and it works flawlessly. But
Yep.
it's like it could have
And
been
no
a $70
DLC,
game.
no microtransactions.
Right.
Literally none of that.
It should have. I shouldn't say should have because I'd probably leave money on it. But like, it could have been a $70 game, and I would have said that's a fair price.
100%.
Like, not even close.
100%.
But instead, they're doing $30, and then we're supposed to just. I mean, Pokemon $70, $69.99.
Dude, Expedition was 50.
Was it 50?
Yes.
Well, I mean, yeah, and on Game Pass, so it's like okay, like
Yeah, it was not full price.
Right.
It was not full. It was either 40 or 50. I think it was
Yeah.
50. Like the best games this year are not $70,
Yeah,
and
Silksong's
everyone's
20.
telling us that games have to be $70.
Yeah.
We have to raise the prices.
Yeah.
we gotta make money. I mean, we have to raise the prices. Like, nope.
It's just like meanwhile, Baldur's Gate is putting out their like 20th update. No Man's Sky just put out their new major update with like co-op stuff on ships and things.
Right.
And it's just like all for free. That's just like, oh yeah, hey, you bought our game, you support us. Here you go. Here's more stuff for you. Like,
unbelievable,
man.
It's an interesting landscape right now.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what Supergiant does now, because they typically just do like completely new things, and this was like
first sequel.
Yeah, and they smashed it. So it's like, what do you do from here? Do you do like DLC for this while you work on a new thing? Do you go back and make a difference? Like, I hope not. I want like, give me. I mean, I would love a Pyre 2. Don't get me wrong, but like
Pyre 2,
dude, can you imagine Pyre 2? But now all voice acted and stuff. That would be sick.
That'd completely put it on another level. Pyre was fun.
Yeah. I actually had a quick thought of like, I wonder if they did a remaster of Pyre and if they voice acted everything, maybe added some extra, like you kind of like did some stuff. And I'm like, dude, I would buy that instantly.
Of course.
But I just don't know if it'd be worth it
for
them to put that work in.
I'm conflicted where I love the Hades universe so much. I'd love to see a third one, but also you don't want them to be trapped.
Yeah.
And anything that they would make would be awesome.
Yeah.
For the most likely. So I wouldn't mind a new property. So whatever they want to do, I'm going to be happy with.
Yeah.
But a Hades 3 would sound sick.
Yeah.
Just because it's so good.
Yeah.
I just love that universe a lot. Those characters are great. I think they just nail it.
Yep.
Personalities, voice acting, and everything in between. So, but Game of the Year is going to be interesting. And I know that Jeff texted us and was talking about how he believes this year is just eclipsed last year or maybe the past couple years. And I was going back and looking at it. I guess for him, that probably is, I mean, obviously true.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's much closer. I tend to see there's like a top 3 games, it seems like every year, that's just like on a different tier.
Yes.
And then there's maybe that next tier, like that A tier. And then generally I get down to like 7-ish, 7, 8, and it drops pretty significantly at that point. Like those last 2 or 3 games on my top 10 are good games that I enjoyed, but I had to fill those 3 spots.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite games of all time. So
either it's on by default because you just put the most time into it or whatever. But
So I was when he texted us that, I started looking, right, because I was curious. And this year obviously has so many bangers. But even if you look at something last year, right, Final Fantasy was big for me. Now, again, that's a personal choice. But you start moving down the list. I like Balatro was last year.
Yeah.
That game's incredible.
Astrobot
was last year. Exactly. Tekken, again, maybe a personal thing for us, but
yeah,
that's very significant.
Definitely. Yeah.
It's our list. So I think it's going to be closer than maybe what he put out there for his own personal experience. But I found it pretty similar where, like I described, there's kind of a couple different tiers.
Yeah. No, definitely. I am very excited to talk through this year. I'm very excited to get the awards, like the Game Awards nominees, so we can all kind of like make our not bracket, but like our lists of like winners and stuff like that, and then try to see who kind of. I really do want to do like, okay, like whoever wins the other 2 like buys them a dinner or something like that, and we just go out and do that. But we'll see. I'm excited.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
All right, good stuff.
Yeah,
that's it. If you made it this far, appreciate you. Check us out, couchcompany.games. Got some reviews coming in, so Hades will be on there shortly. And we'll do Battlefield soon. Final Fantasy Tactics is on the list. And I'm sure there's a couple other ones we haven't got to so far.
We have like half a dozen that we could review with like Monster Hunter and different things like that.
Yeah.
So we'll have to talk through that and just kind of get them on there before the end of the year.
So stay tuned on all of those. But we're going to be here, same time, same place next week. Thanks for joining us on the couch. Peace.